Welcome to Perry Wellington Real Estate 4.5 from Perry Wellington Realty. Buy or sell with us and use our moving trucks for free. Only from Perry Wellington Realty.
Good afternoon and welcome to Perry Wellington Real Estate 4.5. I'm your host, Dawn Pellis. I'm also a licensed realtor, and this is a program about real estate. Of course, we are here as always, as we always say, to give you tips and tools that we hope will help you be successful when you are buying or selling. You might not be doing that now, but you or someone you know just might be in the future. So we're here to help. And joining me this week, broker Adam Conrad. Hey there, Adam.
How you doing? I'm here by my lonesome today.
By your lonesome. No Jordan. He's got the week off.
Yeah, and no George.
No George.
He's on vacation.
George is on vacation.
Yeah, so the classes are on vacation this week, so it looks like the diehards have to be here working today.
We are holding down the fort.
Yeah,
and,
no kidding.
Yeah, we're going to start off with the latest news in the real estate market, as we always do. And I found this. I don't know if you saw this one, but this is an article, Realtor Magazine coming out with this one. Seller optimism has never been so high. I would agree.
Is this the one that was like 77% or 72%?
77% of consumers thinking it's a good time to sell, and they're saying that that's a record high according to Fannie Mae's Home Purchase Sentiment Index. So a lot of sellers making more money than they have in recent memory, and that equity for homeowners is skyrocketing.
Right, and they're so optimistic that they say, let's list our house and let's ask for the sun, the moon, and the stars.
They are. Well, you know, a lot of people are hearing that story about that house in, what was it, in Tyrone?
Yeah.
And seeing the $40,000 over asking price tag. Yeah. And then they're thinking, you know what, let's cash in on that too.
Let's get in on that action.
Yeah.
Which we've been telling people for the last few months, you know, let's get your house listed because the market's so hot. But yeah, so we get people, we had one deal where we had listed a house and we didn't even get to the office to put it in the MLS, and they called us back and said, we want to jack the price up even more.
Wow.
Like we were already listing it a bit higher than we thought we should. And they came on and they said, we want another like 15% higher than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I think that's going to have, we're going to talk more about this, but I think there's some interesting things that are going to come out of this.
Yeah. Well, you know, we talked about this a few weeks ago. CoreLogic came out with, you know, an article. They were saying that the average homeowner saw their equity jump 20% in the past year, which is pretty good.
That's a lot.
Yeah, gain is over $33,000 per homeowner.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so if you had any investment and you gained 20% a year, you'd be happy as a clam.
Yeah, but with good news comes the bad. So some homeowners and some sellers actually are kind of shooting themselves in the foot over all of this, because as you mentioned, they're asking for the sun, moon, and stars, and it's coming back to haunt them. So we're going to talk about that after the break, and also how some buyers are pushing sellers over the edge. I mean, buyers should really not be doing that at this point.
No, you need to be very, you need to just be quiet. Right now.
So
let the seller have their due right now.
For sure. We'll talk more in just a couple of minutes. But first, advice on how to get to the closing table faster. Avoid these pitfalls from Realtor.com.
So once home buyers and sellers have negotiated their way through a contract and have a closing date set, you'd think that they're totally in the clear, right? Not necessarily. Here are some common speed bumps that can slow down a home sale and how to avoid them so you can finish right on time. Speed bump number 1, past due water bills. In the hustle and bustle of moving out, some home sellers simply forget to pay their water bill. What may seem like a small drip in the ocean of home buying, it actually can crash the sale. If there's any sort of debt owed on the property, title can stop the sale. Speed bump number 2, last minute damage. Any damage to the house prior to the sale is the responsibility of the seller. So if something happens during the escrow process, before you get the keys, always alert your real estate agent. Common issues could be some weather damage, water heater explodes, and even a dishwasher leaking. So before the close of escrow, I highly recommend that the buyer does a final walkthrough to catch any issues so the seller can fix it. Speed bump number 3, survey issues. So buying a house with a yard and a driveway may seem pretty straightforward, but if that home lacks an official document that shows the boundaries, it can throw a serious curveball when it comes to closing escrow. You want to make sure you know where the property lines are before you buy the home. Speed bump number 4, major purchases right before close of escrow. Just because you're buying the home of your dreams does not mean you should go out and buy the car of your dreams. Making a big purchase before closing raises a red flag with lenders. Buyers need to be financially conservative without any wild swings in spending throughout the entire escrow process. Bumps in the road are inevitable, but if you can avoid these 4 speed bumps, you're on your way to a smooth closing and a beautiful home.